We're not even doing no intro. Welcome, welcome. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit off the Migos, Casamigos that is. I just want to let y'all know, because the internet about to tell you the complete opposite. So if you're not a Kendrick Lamar fan or a Kendrick Lamar supporter, or you don't like Kendrick Lamar music, you can just leave this. You could give it a like, you could give it a dislike, you could give it a comment, you could give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care. Leave it. I'm letting you know that I just witnessed one of the best Super Bowl halftime performances a hip hop artist has ever put on. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I didn't give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Super Bowl performances, how they have to cut the music and cut the time to fit it into a time frame. And I don't like clean music. So I like music to be how it was recorded. So that's my only negative through this entire video. So if you think this was corny video, or you think this is gonna be this was trash video, just click off. Just click off. I'm gonna give y'all a second to click off. Second taken. All right. So for everybody else who was here, who had a good time, who enjoyed themselves, who are not Drake stands, who are not stands at all, who are just a fan of music, how did y'all enjoy the funeral? Honestly, how did y'all enjoy the funeral? I'm gonna give y'all a minute to give me y'all feedback how y'all enjoyed the funeral. It was one of the funnest funerals I've ever been to in my life. It was one of the greatest. It is the greatest funeral I've ever attended. I've never had so much fun at a man's funeral as I had on Super Bowl Sunday. It was great music. It was good laughs. It was great performances. It was great raps. Now, if you're not a fan of hip hop, I understand you not really being a fan of it because you're not a fan of hip hop. But if you're not a fan of hip hop, he still put on a performance. There was dancing, there was singing. SZA looked great. Kendrick looked great. The GNX looked great. Everything about it looks great. So I will admit one thing, and I will admit one thing for sure. He did the greatest dance on somebody's grave any artist has ever done towards another artist that they had problems with. So, with that being said, I'm saying basically he did things such as every single song that was performed for people who do not know, who are not invested in hip hop beefs. Every single song that was performed tonight had a line in there that referenced Drake, a sneak diss for what you may say. Like every song had a line in there that referenced his battle with him. The revolution being televised. Uh, you picked the wrong date, you picked the wrong time, but the wrong guy. Squabble up, only doing the second verse. Luther, all of the stars. Turn his TV off. Euphoria, Peekaboo. Everything was the greatest voodoo dance of all time. Like everything from yo, I want to do the people's favorite song. I don't care why people think the song is good. I don't care why people think the song is popular. I'm not here to explain that or break that down or agree or disagree with anybody who feels like, oh, if it wasn't for Drake, the song wouldn't exist. That means I don't care. I don't care at all. All right. Him teasing that they not like us, and then he going, I wanna do the people favorite song, but he a sue from Samuel L. Jackson being out there, and from Samuel L. Jackson narrating the entire performance front to back, from beginning to end. I know y'all never seen some of y'all never seen Afro Samurai, but Samuel L. Jackson was literally playing his character from Afro Samurai, from how he was talking to Kendrick, kind of like a conscience thing. So it's like Kendrick could do something and then he'd pop up and he'll be like, "Yeah, there you go, Kendrick. There you go, Kendrick." Kendrick Lamar is one artist. He doesn't address people in interviews. He doesn't address people on public platforms. One of the reasons being, if I address you like that once, you're gonna expect me to do it a second time. You're gonna expect me to do it a third time. You're gonna expect me to do it the fourth time. That's literally what you're always gonna expect from me every time somebody says something about me. So no, we just gonna respond in the music. So from the segue into the different records to performing the diss records, because he definitely performed Euphoria and he definitely performed They Not Like Us verse one, just so you can hear that Super Bowl crowd yell out A minor. And yes, I see videos of people trying to say, "Oh, look, the crowd didn't care. Oh, look, the crowd didn't care." I listen to me, fam, and listen to me very clearly when I say this to you. If I went to certain Super Bowls, there are a lot of halftime performances I did not care about. So what do you think I was going to do in the crowd? Plus, hip hop is not as universally loved as people may lead y'all to think and believe. There are artists that are universally loved, but that's how it is. So if you're one of the ones that don't enjoy hip hop, I'm not talking to you. I'm not asking you to go download Kendrick and bump Kendrick and get to understand the music. This has nothing to do with you. That performance was choreographed and structured beautifully. There are a lot of rappers who rap really, really well. There are a lot of rappers who have really, really good songs. A lot of those rappers cannot perform that well. A lot of those rappers use background vocals. A lot of those rappers won't dance. A lot of those rappers won't do. To be an artist, not only do you have to perform your record, but you have to perform your record. And a lot of people don't know how to perform their record. So you can find a song that you really, really love, go see that artist live, and it's a dub. Me, myself, I've seen Kendrick Lamar perform twice live. The Damn Tour and the Championship Tour are the two times I've seen him. That 15 minutes he did on that Super Bowl stage isn't even a smidget in how good he performs. And that performance was fire, from the song selection, from the sequences, the little subtle hints and jabs at Drake all the time, looking in the camera whenever he said his name, smiling at him. Like everything was to tease him to go, "Yo, this hurts your feelings, don't it? Like you bothered by this, right? Like you don't like this, right?" And I understand there are people out here who had bigger expectations for it because they hear how good of a performer he is. But bro, that is as good as it's gonna get for a rapper at a 15-minute Super. You're telling a man to get on stage and perform some of his biggest records in 15 minutes. How big of a show you think you're gonna get? How big of a show do you think you're gonna get? Like he is a rapper and he was up there trying to put together a dance routine. Like when Beyonce and them come, they do the dance routines. He was up there putting on a show, from slow music to fast music to upbeat music to the corner rapping to the hip hop rapping to the culture rapping to the hit records and doing the pop rapping. The man covered all the bases. He gave something for his core fans who love hip hop. He gave something for the people who are casual listeners of hip hop. And then he gave the people who only know who he is because of the battle with Drake. He fed all of the fan bases, the new ones, the old ones, the young ones, the old ones. If you walked away from this Super Bowl performance not enjoying it, it's literally because you don't like hip hop. Well, you're not a fan of hip hop. You got Drake down your throat, and you just dislike this man for no reason. Every song was a good song. There was nothing dull about the performance. And Kendrick, I need you to drop that track that the first song you performed, because you teased it to let people know G and X was coming out, but the song not on the album. I'm just saying, what a deluxe at? What we doing? I need to hear that deluxe. That's all I'm saying. Let me get that deluxe. That's all I'm asking for is that deluxe. Let me get that deluxe, big dog. Let me get that deluxe. But it was synergy. It was motion. It was beautiful. It was the different stages. It was the stages being set up like a PlayStation controller. It was to turn his TV off. It was the game over. It was everything that correlates to a good performance. Now, the reason why I say it's the greatest funeral I ever went to, hold on, let me sip my aqua. The reason why I say it's the greatest funeral I ever went to because in those songs he do talk about a particular artist. That particular artist doesn't think he's on the same level as him. He doesn't think he is as popular as him. And they had a rap battle. And the consensus picked Kendrick Lamar as the winner. So yes, he does have fans that's like, oh, y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. There's no way Kendrick Lamar won that. Yeah, you do have those weirdos that exist. I'm not saying they don't exist. They exist. But the thing is, the consensus picked me as the winner. That's why when Kendrick goes, I want to perform the songs that I want to perform their favorite song, and the beat goes da 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 da. The crowd reacted like that, and he was like, "Yeah, that one." There's a reason why he said yo, I want to perform it, but they like to sue because Drake is suing his record label for allowing that song to come out because they have a publishing deal with Drake. So it's like yo, you don't want this song performed here for whatever reason. So he performs it. He doesn't say the word pedophile. He doesn't do any of that. Uh, and outside of that, he just like was letting him know, like, yo, for people that go, yo, this couldn't have been done without Drake. Like he had to diss Drake to get this to happen. He had to diss Drake to make this happen. And it happened. And it happened. A win is a win. It's one thing. It's one thing. The Undertaker, the wrestler, the Undertaker, taught me. He said, "I don't care if I win clean. I don't care if they cheat for me to win. I don't care if it's a fluke win. I don't care if it's a flimsy win. My win is a win." So okay, I'm at the Super Bowl because I got into it with Drake. Would I have the Super Bowl if I would have lost? Would I have the Super Bowl if I would have lost that battle? That's what we don't talk about. If y'all feel like I lost the way y'all say I did, I wouldn't be performing at the Super Bowl. If y'all say I wasn't as good as a performer, see, people who feel like Kendrick Lamar isn't a good performer and feel like it should have been Wayne has never seen him perform. You can even ask the biggest Kendrick haters, academics. You can ask Maul from the Rory and Maul podcast. You can ask anybody who seems to be on the opposite side of the Kendrick Lamar fandom. They've all seen him live and said they never seen a rapper put on a show like that. Because most rappers just run back and forth across the stage and rap. That's literally what they do. This man puts on a symphony. This man puts on a show. When you walk away from there, he tells the story on the stage. And that's exactly what he did at the Super Bowl, from the American flags, from Samuel L. Jackson being Uncle Sam, for him talking about it being the power structure and the world being divided with Drake being Canadian, him being American, and all that. That is a theatric show. You was able to sit there and see what he was doing, and if you knew he was dissing a rapper from Canada, you would have seen the story being played out on the screen. You would have literally seen it. Like you would have seen it if you are a fan that understands the backstory between those two guys, you would have seen it. And I know people was like, oh, he shouldn't perform. They not like us. His biggest record is a diss record. And that means what? I'm sorry. That means what? That literally means what? That his biggest record is a diss record. That means what? That's still a hit record. Y'all say a win is a win, right? Y'all say a win is a win. A long time ago, I remember A Boogie dropped Hoodie Season. I think that was the name of the album. It's the lowest selling number one album, first week sales in music history. His first week, his album dropped. It went number one on Billboard. It was the lowest selling number one debut chart topping album in music history. That don't change the fact that it went number one. A win is a win. A win is a win. And that's literally what that was. That was a win. That was a victory lap. It was for his coast. It was for his team. He had SZA up there. SZA looked amazing. SZA got to perform the two bangers with him, from Luther to All the Stars, to gear up for their stadium tour. Um, the performance, the ability to run around that football field, because you got to remember that was a one man show. Like, yeah, he had a stage, but that stage was a substantial size. He had to run from this end to that end to this end to that end. No background track. Rap his lyrics, clean up his lyrics, edit out his lyrics, because you ain't even noticed. The only part of the whole performance that was edited was when he goes certified lover boy, certified pedophile. The pedophile part, even though he didn't say it, that is the only part of the whole performance that literally had an edit in it. They literally edited just in case he actually said the word. He literally worked around the entire stage and worked around his songs, worked around his lyrics, in and out of different raps, in and out of different performances. For people who feel like that performance was not good, I again say to you, if you are a Drake fan, click off this. If you are not a hip hop fan, click off this. And if you are not a Kendrick Lamar fan, click off it. But if you like art, if you like performance, if you like your rappers to have some kind of structure to their performances, I urge you and encourage you to go watch it. It is a great performance. Those are great songs. And who don't like Caesar? Who don't like Caesar? Even the most misogynistic man. You don't like women? Go look at Caesar. She was out there performing, standing, looking beautiful. Go just fast forward at the Scissor part. We still get the views. It's up. But let me know what y'all thought about the funeral. Was it a up? Was it a down? Because I know the internet gonna be on fire all week, complaining and just complaining and just complaining. Oh, this and this is this and this was all about Drake. Da, 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 da. But it was a win. You still watched it. See what I mean by a win is a win? You watched the halftime performance, complained about the halftime performance, but you still watched it. So a performance that you think is the worst halftime performance you ever seen in your life, you've made it one of the most viewed ones you ever seen in your life because you watched it to hate. It's like when people order pay-per-views to watch Floyd Mayweather lose. You paid me to see me lose. A win is a win.